Pradyum from Dehradun, Uttarakhand. I have attended virtual book reading session with Dr. Kiran Bedi ma'am, session number 38. She has inspired me and she has motivated me that whenever there is a problem in life, you should stand firm and face that problem. And she has also taught me to be a good human being, and I am trying to bring all these golden rules in my life. Thank you.
Books are more than a friend to me. I like reading books like Percy Jackson, Harry Potter, etc. I excel in singing and love drawing and painting. Here are some of my drawings.
Welcome to my world of words where creativity meets expression. I find solace in these words when emotions flow freely. Writing poems is my sanctuary where thoughts become verses. Reading transports me to realms unknown, and reciting poems aloud, I breathe life into the words. These are my hobbies, and these helped me to find my voice, passion, and peace.
Hi, I like reading books. The recent book I read was The Path from the Manigram. It's based on the theme love, right? The consequences of choices against the backdrop of English countryside. I like dancing. I'm going to dance class since my 3.5 years old. Thank you.
Playing the flute allows me to express creativity and peace, while badminton keeps me physically energized. My talent for solving complex problems in physics challenges my mind, enhancing my analytical skills and deepening my understanding of the concepts. Together, these hobbies and talents create a fulfilling balance of mental and physical growth for me. Thank you.
Two passions in my life, reading biographies and practicing philanthropy. Through the stories of remarkable individuals, I learn powerful lessons that inspire me to give back and make a difference. My goal is not only to grow personally, but also to uplift others along the way. And I also love inspiring people by creating a ripple of positive change in this world.
My favorite book is The Mark of Athena by Rick Riordan. It is the part of the series The Heroes of Olympus. In this book, 7 demigods from both camps undertake a quest to find Nico and the Pallas Athena. This book teaches to face your fears and also tells us that strength and wisdom are equally important.
The Muktiv by Marcus Zuzak is more than just a book to me. It's an emotional journey. Set in the Nazi Germany, this book follows the story of Liesl Memminger, a foster child who finds her solace in literature and words. This book resonated to me because of its exploration of deep grief, joy, and human connection. If you haven't read it yet, I urge you to experience this emotional roller coaster by yourself. Thank you.
Hi, my favorite book is A Dog Named Luke. It is my favorite because the author explains beautifully about how an animal can help as a human because of its love and loyalty. Thank you.
My favorite book is Crest of Success by Swami Vivekananda. In this book, Swami Vivekananda emphasizes the importance of discipline and focus in achieving one's highest potential in every endeavor. Crest of Success explores the profound principles of self-growth, offering a roadmap for those who are aspiring to lead excellence in life. Thank you.
My favorite book is Selfie of Success by Burra Venkatesham IAS, which is an amazing journey which teaches us success is not just about external achievement, but it's about self-dedication, perseverance, and personal growth. This book contains many failures, many strategies, and many success stories of great individuals, as it makes us easier to learn from them.
Very quickly, what I said earlier, I'd like to be remembered as a person who made a difference. Not anything more, not anything less.
जयधारी माँ आप सबको नमस्ते. We welcome our audience. जी, blessed children. Mummy, we've come ready to share their thoughts about Ratan Tata sir, and then a Q&A with you. Ji, so as you think best. Ji.
Welcome, children, to this 137th book reading session. Welcome. Welcome, Sandhya. Welcome, Rukwid. Welcome, Surup. And welcome, Srija. We had Kushi, but I think some connection went little awry and said we lost her on. Maybe she'll rejoin. Are you excited being here? How excited are you, Sandhya? What brought you to this show?
Ma'am, first I had no idea I would just get selected, and ma'am, I'm really nervous. I don't know what.
Which is your school? You're from Trichy. Where are you from? Tell us about yourself.
Ma'am, my name is D. Sandhya Priyadarshini. I'm studying 9th standard in Kendra Vidyala Golden Rock, Tirchi, ma'am.
Good.
And
And yeah. And
ma'am, I'm really nervous, ma'am. I don't know what to say.
okay.
Beta,
You
just share your thoughts. What are your hobbies? What do you like?
yeah.
Ma'am, my hobby is classical dancing. I'm going to my class since my 3.5 years old. And if you ask me why did you join it, I really don't know. First, I just asked my mom because there was a banner in front of my dance class before I was joining, and I saw that banner. I just got attracted to that banner. I don't know what dance, I don't know anything, but I was just attracted to the banner. So I just asked my mom, so can you just uh, put me in that dance, please? I want to be in that banner also. So I joined, and I think this is my 11th year of classical dancing. My journey.
11 years.
Yes,
Wow.
ma'am.
Have you already done some performances?
Ma'am, I have done my Salanga Pujai. Arangetram, my teacher will say, ma'am, when I should do my Arangetram.
So you've done your Arangretram.
Not, ma'am. I think I will progress more and I should do my Arangetram.
Acha. So every day, how do you combine your class with education with your dance class?
Actually, my dance class are just on weekends, Saturday, Sunday, and it will be so easy. And Monday to Friday, I'll be going on with my academics, and Saturday, Sunday it's weekend. So obvious, I'm just free in my home, so I'll just go to my dance class, and I just enjoy it.
And do you go outside the school? Is the dance class inside the school or outside the school?
No, outside the school, ma'am.
I see. So it's after school, then you drive down, you walk, go, what is you're dropped, what happens? How do you go?
Ma'am, my mother will drop me on my dance class.
I see. How far is it from your school?
Ma'am, just like 5 kilometers.
Acha. Good, good. So are you looking forward to constant performance, more and higher learning?
Yes, ma'am.
What difference did it make when you started to do dancing along with your academics? What difference did it make in you?
First, it was really difficult, and I don't know what I was doing. I said to my mom, I just want to stop my dance class, but I know I should not stop that. So I'm just starting to processing myself for the greatest.
Do you enjoy it?
Yes, ma'am. I just really love it.
Oh, good. So did it improve your concentration in your studies while you were
Yes, ma'am.
dancing? What
Yes, ma'am.
happened? Tell us.
Ma'am, First, I have no concentrations. I will just I just observe things which is not in front of me. I'll just observe outside. And when I started going to my dance class, I just started to observe everything in front of me and outside also.
Oh, so
Just
your sense of perception and observations improved.
yes, ma'am.
So that basically means what? Concentration or what? Or greater alertness? What happened?
Ma'am, I don't know what to say, but it just helped me a lot, ma'am, in my classes.
Even in your
In my
performances studies?
yes, ma'am.
You were
Very nice.
focusing more. You were focusing more.
Ma'am, I said right. I'm just an average student, but I'm just processing myself, ma'am. Now it's just some little difficult, but not that much difficult. I'm just trying myself for the good,
So
ma'am.
do you do school performances when your school events happen?
Yes, ma'am. I do my school performance.
That's a lot of confidence building, Sandhya. Doing school performances, it's confidence building.
Thank you.
Yeah, good. All right, let me speak to Sarup. Sarup, which is yours? You're from Nasik, SKD
Yes, ma'am.
International School from Nasik, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us about yourself, just as I asked Sandhya. Tell us about yourself.
Hello, ma'am. Myself, Swarup. I'm in class 10th from SKD International School at Nasik. I'm an active participator in Olympiads and I am a good player at badminton.
So, active participant in the Olympiad means what?
Ma'am, actually, I have been giving many Olympiads since my childhood and achieving many medals, certificates, selections for second round, third round.
Tell me about Olympiad. Everybody will not
Ma'am,
know what is Olympiad. Tell us
ma'am,
about what is Olympiad.
Olympiads exams are the ones with some questions with difficulty level higher than our NCRT, in which conceptual applications is involved, by which students should also learn out of the context.
So it's beyond, it's course plus, it's beyond the course.
Yes, ma'am.
So how does it help you in your course, normal
Ma'am,
course?
actually, it would help us in many competitive exams like JEE, NEET, CETs, and
Did
also
you,
enhance our
yeah?
application skills.
So how did you stumble on it? How did you get to know about Olympiad and that
Ma'am,
this is a
since my
course?
childhood, my teacher came to told me that there are some Olympiad exams being held in school. So from there, I started researching and being participating in that.
So how do you apply? You
Ma'am, uh,
is it a brick and mortar school or is it online?
ma'am, ITO is online,
ITO means?
Indian Talent Olympiad.
Yes. So that is what you are calling Olympiad,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Acha. So is it online?
Yes, ma'am.
So how does a student who wants to also do what you're doing can do? How?
Ma'am, actually, sometimes we don't expect the questions like we get. Like sometimes we are used to supposed to be stick to the theory part of the books,
Hmm.
but in the Olympiads we are actually asked to apply the applications of the theory and concepts.
What does it do? How does it reach you?
Ma'am,
How
I
does it
actually
carry
searched
on?
on Google, so I got to know there are Olympiads held by Indian Talent Olympiad. They are also
Then
held at offline mode in on offline mode at
you're
schools.
also in offline mode. Where?
Yes, ma'am.
Offline mode where? In certain cities,
Ma'am,
yes.
in certain schools, but the school have to register for that.
Acha. Schools who are registered for it, they also do on offline training.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I see. Your school has offline or online?
No, ma'am. Online.
Online. So what happens? It is according to your class. The syllabus is, or the subject is linked with your books, and they give you an extra thinking subject which you do offline program. Is it?
Yes, ma'am.
You are registered for which all subjects?
Ma'am, I'm registered for maths and science. Along with, I am also giving Vidyarthi Vignan Manthan of NCRT and ISRO and VIBA, which would be
Wow.
held on 27th of October.
Oh, so you so many things alongside your NCRT books.
Yes, ma'am.
So how has it helped you?
Ma'am, sometimes it happens that JEE NEET does not involve the questions like we used to solve in class 10th. Like we are actually asked till 10th, we are actually asked to solve theory based questions with descriptive ones, but Olympiad enhance our complex question solving skills, so that in some higher exams and international Olympiads, we are able to compete with international students as well as the students who are enriched in the particular subjects.
So is the material which comes to you online, is that educative? Is it easy to understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have anything more to ask, how do you reach them?
Ma'am, they have given its Gmail. Also, they have given mobile number, so we can ask anything to them.
Verbally or on FaceTime? Face to face or audio?
No, ma'am, just by text.
By texting. By
Yes,
texting.
ma'am.
So by texting they reply. How soon does the reply come?
Ma'am, usually if we message at morning, so within 3 to 4 hours, we are used to get replied.
And they're not tired of many questions you may ask.
No, ma'am.
I see. So is there a fee to registration? You register Olympiad. Is there a registration fee
Yes, ma'am. It's like something like 300 rupees.
per subject or overall
Yes, ma'am. Per subject, ma'am.
subject per subject? And you can go on through the year for any number of questions.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's a tutor
It
online
also
for only.
has
Ah,
it
sorry.
also has two shifts, ma'am, according to the students. The ones who are comfortable in December, they can give it, and the ones who are comfortable in January, they can give it. But unlike other Olympiads, I found this more comparatively more good Olympiad, because they also give shifts to us. Like if we have completed, we have with our syllabus, so we can give it earlier or lately.
So how do they make sure that what you are answering, you're doing it yourself and somebody else is not helping you?
Ma'am, actually, a camera is to be set on our device, and like our screen can is freezed. We cannot in open any other tab.
I see. So they can, that authenticates.
Yes, ma'am.
So is there a merit list also on this Olympiad?
Yes, ma'am.
What is that?
Ma'am, it's not been told to us, but we have been told that if your distinction, you get a best performer certificate, which I got last year for science Olympiad, and also they provide us with stage 2 is involved with some more tough questions.
Ah, more tough questions.
So yes, ma'am.
So they
As
take
its
you
name,
to,
stage 2.
they take it to different stages.
Yes, ma'am.
They going by
There are
your
two stages.
huh.
There are two stages, ma'am. For stage 1, the students of distinction are selected for stage 2, and stage 2 is bit tough. So you get certificate of both exams, as well as some students from stage 2 with straight ranks get scholarships and awards.
Or you get scholarship as well. Certificates and scholarships. And it comes, and
Yes, ma'am. As well
information
as
comes
awards, ma'am.
online. Do the school teachers help you, like your school, Nasik School, SKD International School? Does the
Yes,
teachers
ma'am.
help you?
Actually, my science teacher is yes, ma'am. Actually, my science teacher Bhagesh ma'am and my math teacher Manik sir are really helpful. Surprisingly, my Hindi teacher is a bit helpful for me. He enhances my motivation.
Do more friends like your class friends also are registered with this Olympiad, which is the Indian Talent Olympiad? Are they registered?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
Many
I
of the
see.
students.
Many of the students. So these are the students who actually start their JE and other preparations much earlier. NEET, Olympiad, this helps
Yes,
you
ma'am.
earlier.
I'm actually one of them. I started from class 7th.
Ah, my God. You children are starting these examination studies from such as early years. This is amazing. And all
इंडियन
these facilities.
इंडियन टैलेंट ओलंपियाड का एक ऐप भी है
हाँ, हाँ,
जो बच्चों के एग्जाम इंडियन टैलेंट ओलंपियाड के साथ बहुत सारे स्कूल्स जुड़े हुए हैं
yeah,
एंड वो रजिस्टर्ड सो उनकी
yeah.
डेट्स निकलती हैं कि इस डेट्स को ये एग्जाम्स होंगे सो देन
Ah, we got
मधुमती
Madhumati with us. Madhumati, you are the founder of this Indian Talent Olympiad. Can you tell us the way to register? I know more than 35,000 schools are registered with you in the Olympiad. Tell us a way, what I was asking, questions I was asking Swaroop. For an ordinary child who does not know what Indian Talent Olympiad stands for, can you tell us how children can register and what benefit can they get, Madhu?
Yeah, thank you for providing me this opportunity to explain on this level. Yeah, we have made very easy to enter their basic details
Your
the
sound is not better. Improve your sound.
hello. Now it is
Huh.
better. Yeah.
Yes.
So we have there is a student registration link is provided at the top of website at the header section.
Acha, it's
So
what app? As Saina said, do you come through the application or do you come through your website?
anything is accepted. Anything is except a student who doesn't know at the initial stages to download the app. They can register through website, or they can download the app and register through app as well. Both the options are available. Initial app was released last year, and it was very friendly for the students to attend the exams, and more added security features for conducting a smooth and no examinations for the students with no cheating and malfunctioning. Many features has been added to taken care for a a malfunction to be avoided as many as possible, because students are giving it a distant location, because we have uh, like uh, uh, person detection. If more than one person is detected, then we'll get a alert. That's the main thing. They cannot switch on to the different tabs, and they can eyeball movement is also captured. If it is if the screen is idle for certain period of time, then we'll get a alert. All these things, security features are added. And either they have two options, either to register on a website and app, whichever. The simple basic details, they have to fill their name, parent name, and the address, specifically address we are asking, because if they want study material, we need to courier to the address what they have mentioned, with the postal address and standard and school name, to print on the certificates for whoever participates in the Olympiad exams.
We've lost Madhumati in the connection. It appeared a little difficult even at that time. So carry on with it, Swaroop. So you say that those students who are interested in NEET and JEE and other exams, Olympiad registration helps.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, ma'am, as other students start the preparation from class 11th, the students who are actually giving Olympiads prior, they have opportunity to develop their skills in particular subjects like math and science. Also, Indian Talent Olympiad includes with subjects like English, GK,
Liberal arts
SST
also.
also. Yes, ma'am.
Very nice. Excellent. Madhu, tell us, how does it help in the early preparation for JEE and NEET exams for the
See,
students?
JEE NEET have the to whoever is preparing for JEE and NEET, they have to be very like a thorough with the theoretical.
You know, these children, their children get so used,
Yeah,
they get a lot of practice giving these exams.
that's right.
For children who are aspiring to give various entrance exams after 12th, they
Yeah,
start very early,
yeah,
and school declares a date that this date there will be an Olympiad exam, and accordingly gets the students ready for that exam.
yeah.
And
That's
then they
excellent.
give the exam, and there's a small fee for each exam.
Yeah, very
And
small. That saves them
Olympiad,
time and they have it on their fingertips.
the Olympiad gives them, I'm sure, learning material.
Yes, of course.
And the school also provides the right kind of learning material, and they get a lot of practice giving entrance exams. So
Yeah,
that's the motive.
that's
And
right.
the both the ways you can give an Olympiad is through a school or through an app. And इसमें ये होता है कि आप अपनी लेवल के सब्जेक्ट्स कौन सी चीज में एक्सेल करना चाहते हैं वो चूज कर सकते हैं.
Yeah,
तो आप वो अपने एप्टीट्यूड के हिसाब से देते हैं. देन दे आर रैंक्ड, कितने इनके मार्क्स आए, तो दे गिवन ग्रेड्स, दे आर गिवन रैंक्स. They can build on it, and then a few chosen ones, the toppers, are given scholarships also. So
excellent. Okay, good. So we've learned a lot about Olympiad. Anyway, I'm sure the object is that basically means that rather than going and traveling to a tutor, you have an online tutor on subjects which prepares you for an early examination. Am I right, Suru? So rather than going and
Yes,
going,
ma'am.
you losing time, you have an online tutor which is answering your questions all the time.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Let me go
Ma'am also
to,
provide
yeah.
us with online study materials, so that one student with no such materials can be also prepared for the Olympiads.
But it also helps you in your own examination, your own class
Yes, ma'am.
examination. It helps you to score better.
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. So, how do you does it cost a lot of extra time for you, or is it a part of your?
No, ma'am. Actually, I'm a not night owl, so it's like the time I waste in the period after in evening, I utilize it at nights. So I'm like, I can sleep like 1 to 2 hours a day and still study with fresh mind.
What are you saying? You
Ma'am,
mean to say
like,
you don't sleep?
no, actually, it's not about extra time. We have to prepare our study timetable and schedule more time for Olympiads, because Olympiads are covering our school syllabus as well as the competitive syllabus.
And starting very early. So it
Yes,
was a
ma'am.
very, that means it's a very smooth slip in, very smooth entry.
Yes, ma'am.
So you said 11th standard?
No, ma'am. Actually, I'm 10th.
Already in this, just 10th, you're getting ready for anything.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. What's your aspiration? What are you planning to do?
I actually want to be an engineer from IIS Bangalore to get into ISRO and serve my
Oh,
nation.
wonderful. Excellent. Already in the 10th standard, here is young Soru knowing clearly what he wants. That's the real India. That's the new India. And that's called the Viksit Bharat. Right, children? And very, very good that we have programs like these, including Olympiad, that you are able to use and climb up. It's climb up without losing time. And you children are knowing about it and using it. I hope our rest of the book reading school children, and Shivani, maybe you can tell them also about Olympiad. Shivani, who's behind our board, if she can inform all our earlier book reading school children. Saina, you could also do that. Make sure all our children, all of can use Olympiad for their advanced examinations. And if they can start early, 7th, 8th, 9th standard, because 10th may be late, 8th standard would be a good idea.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. All right, let's hear Rukwit. Rukwit, you're an alumni of our book reading
Yes, ma'am.
session
Yes, ma'am. Namaskar,
61.
ma'am.
Namaste.
I am Rukwit Kurmachalam from class 11th, an alumni of BRS 61 from Karimnagar. I'm currently in my class 11th from Narayana Jurian College, ma'am. And my interests are public speaking and practicing philanthropy as much as I can, ma'am.
So, what do you mean by practicing philanthropy already?
Ma'am, I may not have the money to donate, but philanthropy is not just about donating money. It's about donating our time, skills, and all the resources we have. So I'd like to give what I have to others. So I'm
Like,
starting a little bit like if I have time, I'm giving it to some younger children who don't know to read or write. I'm helping them to learn that, and I'm also good at English speaking, ma'am. And my locality, there are few children who don't even know what actually it means to learn English and how can it help. So I'm helping them to know that, and I'm a motivational speaker, ma'am. My main goal is to bring a positive change in this world. That every mindset has to change into positiveness, neglect negative.
so what are you moving towards?
I'm currently in my 11th, ma'am, and I aspire to become an IAS officer. So I am preparing for that, ma'am. I just started this year with current affairs, reading newspaper, and reading little books like Selfie of Success, Life's Amazing Secrets, little biographies.
You heard about Olympiad just now.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you think?
Ma'am, it's a great area because children who don't have correct access to transport system, they can just enroll it in the online and they can utilize it in a very better way and prepare for their future advanced examinations or NEET examinations and get a bright future.
Yeah.
It's a very good
It's like,
idea, ma'am, and it's a very friendly platform which helps younger children also to understand what the power of education is,
right.
what early planning means.
That means somebody is thinking about your course a little beyond your course, to stretch a little, to make you a stretch, to be ready for exam ready
Yes, ma'am.
or competitive exam ready.
Yes, ma'am.
स्वरूप बेटा सिर्फ एक बात बताओ, साल में कितने बारी, जैसे 2-3 बारी मान लो एग्जाम की डेट आती है,
हाँ मैम।
मान लो तुम्हारा मैं बच्चों के लिए पूछ रही हूँ ये बात, मान लो तुम्हारी एग्जाम की डिक्लेयर हुई है कि 3 महीने के बाद एग्जाम है, तो तुमको उस एग्जाम की तैयारी कराने के लिए कितने घंटे की ऑनलाइन क्लासेस मिलेंगी?
मैम एक्चुअली ज्यादा तैयारी के लिए टाइम नहीं जाता, क्योंकि जो हमारा स्कूल का है वही चाहिए बस।
नहीं, मैं पूछ रही हूँ तुमको ऑनलाइन क्लासेस कितनी मिलेंगी उस एग्जाम के लिए? ओलंपियाड की तरफ से ऑनलाइन क्लासेस मिलती हैं कि सिर्फ ऑनलाइन मटेरियल मिलता है?
मैम ऑनलाइन मटेरियल मिलता है मैम, मतलब
हाँ, तो उसकी तैयारी आप लोगों को खुद करनी है।
यस मैम।
पर मटेरियल मिलता है, और मान लो उस मटेरियल में अगर आप कहीं कंफ्यूज होते हो तो आप फिर ईमेल पर लिख के पूछ सकते हो कि मैं यहाँ इस पॉइंट पे कंफ्यूज हो रहा हूँ।
हाँ मैम, पूछ सकते हैं।
ऐसी बात है ना। ऑनलाइन क्लासेस नहीं होती है कि टाइम टेबल है कि ये ऑनलाइन क्लास होगी इतने बजे से लेकर।
ओलंपियाड नहीं कंडक्ट करता, पर कोचिंग करते, मतलब
कोचिंग कौन करता है? स्कूल करता है।
हाँ,
स्कूल करता है
कोचिंग,
ना?
मतलब क्लासेस वाले भी करते हैं और स्कूल भी कर सकता है।
ओलंपियाड भी करता है?
नहीं मैम, आजकल कैसा है, मतलब कुछ और कंफर्टेबल वेज आ गए हैं ना ऑनलाइन क्लासेस, सो दे आल्सो प्रोवाइड अस विद ओलंपियाड मटेरियल्स।
I'll ask Jagdish. Jagdish is the founder of, is with us now after Madhumita. Madhumita, I know both of you founded it together. Jagdish, can you tell us about how do you prepare them? How is it preparing them for competitive examinations? How is it helping them?
Good evening, madam. Thank
Good
you.
evening. Yes.
Yeah. See, madam, we have a variety of study materials, online, offline. We have a they can read the offline books and online books also, PDF formats, as well as they have the live tests. They can take the tests online and they can see the scorecard. Like for example, we connect with their syllabus, existing syllabus, and then they can study the syllabus books, and then they can go through the questionnaires and then puzzles and the mathematics questions. They can solve them, and also we provide the explanation also in the if they do any wrongs, why they have done wrong. Those explanations immediately appears after every test. We have n number of tests. They can solve them, and if they find wrong answers at the submission, the wrong answer and the explanations, everything. And if they want to elaborate, they can study the offline books also and their text curriculum books also, and then also connect with the teachers also. So they can also mail us, call us, and then we can always ready to help them. So this way, all possible ways we are trying to connect with all the students. Since the students are in a lakhs, n number of there are few lakhs, so we are not able to connect with each everyone and then explain, but they can always go through the the study materials and the test live test, and also they can connect with us from the mails, calls, and then our expertise will help them to solve if any problems are there. Already the study materials are self-explanatory. They can go through them as well. Yeah.
And as he said, you respond quickly to their any queries and questions.
Yes, madam. We have a separate team for that. Urgent tickets, urgent queries. Then they address it, and then also call back and then ask them if any more issues or if they want any more details. Also, we have a proper systematic support team here, madam. Yeah,
Excellent. Thank you
yeah,
so much for explaining it. We were
yes,
trying to see this is exactly what I was telling Saina and even Shivani, who is every day in touch with our past and the alumni for the book reading. To if anybody's preparing for such examinations like NEET, JE, and others, and other competitive, what's the best year to start with? It's like an early used to being into such competitive without a pressure, without the quota pressure. Like the quota pressure. You
yes.
start the induction of such examinations. What's the best class to start with?
Madam, actually, we are starting from the. I'll tell you, it is not we don't pressure them. It has to go with their lifestyle and then with
Yeah.
their academics. So we teach them to be a part of their life, these competitiveness, and then stand with it and then competitiveness. So this year we started from nursery, LKG also, but that stands with their style of their education, study materials. Like for the LKG, UKG, we explain them some diagrams. Like that way we started, but it is giving a very good, tremendous, good results. Then from the first standard, it takes up some number we puzzles, and then till they reach the 8th, 9th, 10th, that mindset will be developed, and then they can able to catch up the things very fast. And then we prepare them from the beginning, you don't need to tense with these, you don't take extra stress. That way we are building the system, madam. So we are getting a
Wow.
very good response across India, and then parents are very happy, teachers are very happy, and
Yeah.
the most of the teacher community and parents community know about us, madam.
Yes, I'm so
Yeah,
happy.
yeah.
Congratulations. You are
Thank you, madam.
you're encouraging children to go beyond their class books and understand them better and probably
Yes.
know more.
Yes, madam. Yes, because what happens, madam, after certain stage, should be able to explore themselves to these things at the stage of 11th and 12th standards, and then
Yeah.
they should not be we don't know all these things, the competitive exams like JEE, NEET, CAT, whatever. There are a lot of exams they are going to appear, so that makes these things easy, madam. These are the exams which comes with their academics, and then it makes them very easy and then prepared for those things
So because
that
they're
way.
in a way it already
Yeah.
mentally tuned to doing extra learning.
Yes, madam. Yes, that gives a lot of confidence for them, and then they just make the flow very good way. Studies, academics, and all. They will be we have introduced the OMR formats from the first standard itself, and the
Mm.
students will be used to that. How to mark them, and then what is the value of wrong marking, and we teach them everything from the
from so
day
well.
one, madam. Yeah.
Why I'm asking you a little more, because as you know, the book reading session is connecting with teenagers.
Yes,
But
madam.
I think
Yes.
this is a little more pre-teen program. So if they
Yeah.
can pick it up as a pre-teen program, so they'll
Yeah.
already be in the higher levels of the Olympiad and getting ready. So I think
Yes.
that's a little message through our book reading alumni to
Yes,
promote
madam.
this with their younger sisters and brothers at home.
Yes, madam. See, everybody wants to be like you, madam. Like, the big officers in India, like, so these gives them to be like, dream come true, and then walk towards those, like, do better things, better way service to the country, and like, the awareness. It gives a lot of awareness on the education
Yeah.
system for the kids, madam, and we make it more interesting in the lower standards. As
Mm.
they go up to the 8th, 9th, 10th, it goes more professional way. So
Mm.
that way the things has been designed, madam. So that this works that way actually.
Excellent. Thank you,
Yeah.
Jagdish. I'll go back to my children again. If you wish
Yes,
to stay
yes.
on, you're welcome. Otherwise, we'll carry on with our boys and girls.
Yeah, you can continue. Yes, madam.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Kushi, your turn. Tell us about yourself.
Yes. Bonjour, madame. My name is Khushi Gupta, and I like to read books, draw, and have a great interest in singing. I also like to participate in Olympiads to improve my knowledge.
Good.
I do like writing.
So, how is Olympiad helping you? I'm so sorry again because I'm very interested in. I'm curious to know a little more before I go to Ratan Tata. We are on the subject of today, also Ratan Tata. Okay, let me begin with you straight away. What would you like to tell us about Ratan Tata, since that's the subject of the book reading session today?
Ma'am, Ratan Tata ji faced numerous obstacles but always took them as challenges and opportunities to form growth on the Tata Group. He also had a big vision for the Tata Group despite their difficulties, but eventually he discovered it. And now the Tata Group is a big company. His leadership skills were amazing. Due to that, the Tata Group has been promoted to world level, and they also have been able to develop the Tata Nano, a boon to the field of science and technology. He differentiates between no one. He empowers every person despite their gender, caste, and financial status, but entirely on skill, loyalty to the Tata Group, and their qualifications. He also motivates us to pursue our dreams and achieve them in our life. Thank you.
Okay, let me ask Srija. Tell us about Mr. Ratan Tata. What did you read about him and what have you imbibed? And what is your learning?
Uh, I'm inspired by Ratan Tata's humility and integrity. He leads by examples, like listens to others and respects their opinions also. He, his commitment to innovation and resilience encourages us to stay ahead and view the setbacks as growth opportunities. Tata's philanthropy shows us the importance of giving back and integrating social impacts into the business too. And also, his life teaches us to stay curious, value the relationships, lead with integrity, and learn from our failures. Like Ratan Tata's legacy inspires us to strive for excellence and also stay like uh, curious and to be polite, gentle, and also he reminds us that success isn't just achieving the greatness, but making a positive impact. So his story motivates us to make a difference and resonates with everyone else.
I think, Saina, we had a clip on Ratan Tata. Have you played it?
Yes, in the beginning we
In the
played it.
beginning, we played it. Uh-huh. Can we play it again? Can you
Sure.
ask Shakira if she
Yes,
can play it again?
yes, we play it again, please? Thank you.
Very quickly, what I said earlier, I'd like to be remembered as a person who made a difference. Not anything more, not anything less.
It is making the difference. And this can start from any age, as very rightly said by, who said it? Who said it amongst you? Kushi? Somebody or Rukvid? One of them said, I make the difference. I give time. Who said it? Rukvid, yeah. He said that I may not have money like Ratan Tata, but I give my energy and time for the have-not, who's the alumni of our BRS 61 batch.
Yes, ma'am.
So, did you read through? How did you all prepare to read about and know about Ratan Tata? Sandhya? How did you prepare?
Ma'am, first I started by seeing his interviews, and after it was so inspiring for me, and I just started to read his biography in Google, and more. I have to say that I learned more about him. That I actually personally love dogs, and he also loved dogs, so I just really like that about him. And he's a humble and kind. Simplicity is the how I can say simplicity. He's having more money, but he will never say or show off that he's having money, and that's I like that, man. I would like if everyone be like that, not showing off that we have everything, and not showing more attitude. Attitude is needed, but in needed time, not in to hurt others or insult others.
How did you prepare, Suru, for Ratan Tata, our session today? How did you
I
prepare
gone
about it?
through the Wikipedia and also from first post.
First post, I see.
Yes, ma'am.
They did a YouTube channel, they did an interview or an article?
Ma'am, first post is a WhatsApp channel which provides us with articles based on such things.
So you read the first post?
Yes, ma'am. It provides a context of international news with an Indian lens.
Do you watch the program also in the evening, the news program of First Post?
No, ma'am.
It's also interesting for all of you. You can read. I'm a very avid listener of First Post. They're in news, particularly 6 o'clock. Sorry, at
Definitely.
9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. It's the evening news. Gives you even international dimensions. But anyway, it's very good that you read the first articles from the First Post. Today, technology has enabled you get this material on hand at no cost. And that's what's going to make a whole brighter generation like you people are. How did you prepare, Kushi, for Ratan Tata?
Ma'am, I prepared.
Go back a little. Go back a little from your mic. Now speak. And don't touch your mic. This is GD Goenka Public School Model Town. Oh, you are in Delhi? Are you in Delhi? A Delhi girl? Acha. So why is your mic not working properly?
I think
No, I'm not getting you.
आप श्रीजा से बात कर लो तब तक
we'll check her mic. Srija, you tell us.
I prepared from like Wikipedia. I gone through Wikipedia and other sites, present with Google, and also saw some of his interviews. and articles. So that's how I learned about it.
Okay, Sandhya, how did you do? Sandhya?
Ma'am, I actually started by his interviews, and I just went through Google's and many sites.
You said that.
Every time I went in new websites, there were new things about him that we should learn. We should be humble, and we should not treat people like they don't belong. They are not even. When you have more money, you should not treat people like they are not even humans, and we should be humble to everyone, and that's
How did you prepare, Rupal?
Huh.
Ma'am, I have been reading few articles and listening to his interviews, and also researching a little bit about him through books which I have, ma'am.
You should all read about Ratan Tata, but his legacy, his grandfather, father, and the grandfather, how the grandfather started almost year 100 and plus 150 years ago, how they came from Persia to avoid persecution, to save them from persecution. They came to that village in Gujarat, and how from the priest class, they were basically priests, and from the priestly, how that his grandfather, it's JRD Tata's father, how they started with the cotton mill, first started with the cotton mill, and how it multiplied. So you must also read the roots, because everything comes from somewhere a beginning is made, isn't it? So your lot of YouTube channels will actually give you a lot of information today. So wherever there is, why I'm saying is maintain this. He's a life of inspiration where you've seen him live performing, making the difference, people talking about it, right? The results are visible, and then the life goes away. That's a lifetime inspiration. You see, you people, none of you saw Mahatma Gandhi, none of us saw Vivekananda, but we see Ratan Tata, isn't it? Do it all. And best part is that he earned for the country, he created wealth for the country, and yet made the society richer. Made the society richer by what? Not by a sympathy, but by empathy. So I think this is an inspiration for you youngsters, a live inspiration. Make your own notes and files. So if you have to make a presentation in the schools, declamations contest, be ready to speak about him. That he is your inspiration, live inspiration of the of your growth generation, not past generation. But you have to go back to the roots. And his grandfather, his own father played a, how the grandfather, the father, and he, and then they're also sons, his other sons of JRD, also played a very important role. How he, JRD of the grandfather, particularly the grandfather, Jamshedji, Dorabji. So I think these you need to know the family tree, isn't it, Sarup?
Yes, ma'am.
There are very good books on them. Go back to read them. They're, I think, either on, they're easily on Kindle. Do you have Kindle, all of you? You don't have Kindle? So if you're asking for birthday present from your father or mother or anybody, saying, give me a Kindle, so that you can download, get online books at a very low rate, and you can read books on Kindle. Okay, anything else you'd like to tell us about JRD or Ratan Tata? Otherwise, let me share something with you. This is a article which appeared in the newspaper about him. And I'll read it for you. How I have maintained his file, because he is inspiring me hugely at the moment. See this? इसका असली newspaper है original. देना आपको newspaper बताएंगे. See how this has been underlined. And I'm going to read this out for you. These are things which you can read to maintain and maintain these clippings. I'll show you. नहीं, इसके अंदर नहीं है, वो वही है और अलग अलग पेपर दे। ये नहीं, कोई बात नहीं, ये वाला ले आओ, मैं पढ़ दूंगी दूसरा। These are the papers you need to maintain. Make a file on him. Make a file on him. These are the things, this is what your scrapbook should be. A file and a folder and a library. These are the good habits which you can acquire. Here. This is the piece I'm going to read for you. This one, which I underlined. These are when you read these newspapers, etc. This is a scrapbook sort of a habit you girls and boys should maintain. Here, see this? What it says. I'm going to read it for you so that it makes it easy. But the main thing which I'll underline for you is here. Is this. Is this. He says, the article says, do you all read newspapers? Or you don't get no time? Do you see newspapers or you get no time? Answer. Do you read newspapers, Kushi? Do you read newspapers, Kushi? Switch on your mic and answer, yes or no. Swaroop, do you read newspapers?
Yes, sir.
Good. Srija?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Rukwid,
Yes, ma'am.
Sandhya,
Ma'am, sometimes, ma'am.
get into the habit of running through a newspaper. Any one newspaper can be of the local language or English. It gives you more. As students learning, seeing newspapers, what you're doing, reading articles, but newspaper gives you at a glance very fast reading, and also gives you something else, also something more. So learning online, reading online, and also newspapers has its own added value. Now look what it is. I kept this clipping, and I'm going to read this from a clipping. For the Tata Group, it says, Mr. Tata was more than a chairperson. He inspired by example. He inspired by example. With an unwavering commitment to excellence, integrity, and innovation, the Tata Group, under his stewardship, expanded its global footprint while always remaining true to its moral compass. Main thing is moral compass. The moral compass. See, so while he's dealing with a lot of money, he stayed true to his moral compass. For Tata's dedication to philanthropy and the development of society has touched the lives of millions, from education to healthcare. His initiatives have left a deep rooted mark that will benefit generations to come. Reinforcing all of this work was Mr. Tata's genuine humility in every individual interaction. See this? Have you read it? You see it? It's on the line. It's online with us. Our technology team has put it on the screen for you. Then, see, from 4 billion to 100 billion in 21 years. See this? He took the group from 4 billion to 100 billion in 21 years. 100 billion in 21 years. This is Ratan Tata. From inheriting 4 to 100 and all the areas. And this is a timeline in the newspapers. These are the kinds of clippings you must maintain for your general knowledge. This is the way you need to prepare for examinations. Or देखो. This is here. This is the one I was showing you, which is in color. थोड़ा ये दिखाना साइड और ये दिखाऊंगी ये देखो. This is the line clipping. Now we show the color here. Now the clipping you need to maintain. This is GK for you. This is general knowledge. This is the way you need to maintain. वो दिखाओ मेरी फाइल, Tata file. So because he's such an inspiration for us, I in the office am maintaining a file on Tatas. This is the way I'm maintaining a Tata file. Ratan Tata file. All his newspaper clippings, certain articles, and even transcriptions of certain YouTubes. All this, it's called the Ratan Tata file. So when, as students, if you can get used to this kind of a habit, it will help you in your future examinations. But the main thing, it will inspire you. Such lives inspire you because you've seen with your own eyes. They are in person, live, available with us. So when you grow up, these are your turning points because they impact you, they've influenced you, and they've encouraged you for greater philanthropy. You talking about giving, of learning, of excellence, and of competitions, and of philanthropy. You are. So such a line gives you a whole timeline of what he did from the year. It's a very interesting article I saw yesterday. There's another article which talks about, is this philanthropy or is it philanderers? Then you get to know about this. These are the kind of articles you must read in the papers. This is why I wanted to read. Such like articles are, of course, available on the net. But this is the Economic Times. See, it talks about, is it philanthropy or is it philanderers? And it's talking about international people who talk about philanthropy. But this is an article which says, is it philanthropy or is it a philanderer? Philanderer means who is letting money show as philanthropy, but actually it's a probably just distribution. So children, this is what I thought, why we put Ratan Tata here. Okay, we have last 5 minutes. We'll talk about last 5 minutes. We quickly go over your questions. Sandhya, you asked me a question. Sandhya, did the government support me in my initiative to reform Tihar jail and make it an ashram? Yes, I'm part of the government. I was government. You see, so whatever I did was government. So when you are a government employee and whatever you did, you are you are government. So it's you, the government, which is delivering, right?
Same.
Okay, remember that. Sarup, you asked a question. What changes would you advocate in the curriculum to better address the challenge faced by future leaders in the society? What I would like to do is exactly what I've told you. Be more aware and expand your knowledge beyond books to reach awareness of general knowledge and general influences which are coming, which may not be part of the course because books is written. Now, there's nothing written about Ratan Tata in your books, but Ratan Tata becomes a great subject of understanding. So it's outdated. Your book is already outdated in general knowledge. But reading the papers, reading the news, reading the articles, continue to upgrade your skill, upgrade your motivation and inspiration. So I would say I would add in the curriculum full updation of what is happening around of current affairs and the influences and the inspiration which is coming, which is not part of the books. But you have to stay up to date. You don't have to wait for a book chapter to come. You write your own chapter. This is the curriculum. Third, Srija, your question. Srija, what advice would you give to young readers, particularly women, on cultivating resilience Srija? Yeah. I would say get into adventure. As girls, get into mountaineering, get into expeditions, get into marathons, get into sports, get into external activities, which challenge you physically also, but it also taxes you mentally. So books are great, but unless you get involved into physical activity, your mental physical resilience does not develop as much. So challenge yourself into camps, exhibitions, competitions, marathons, walkathons, cycling, adventure, which throws you out into something unknown. Challenge yourself physically. I would say makes girls stronger. Kushi, you asked. You asked, how can young people contribute to social change in their communities? By starting very early of sensitization. Now you read about the young student who's associated with Ratan Tata. There's a young man. You know what he did? He at
Shantanu,
night, Shantanu. What he did? He was observant. So at night when he would go back from his duty back home, he saw many stray dogs having been overrun by the speeding cars. And when they found why was it, he said because the dogs were not visible, the stray dogs were not visible. So both had an accident. The speeding car ran over it. Both were, it was risky for both, because being hit and being struck, it's an accident. It can be both for the driver as well as the animal concerned. So what he did, he brought in a fluorescent collar for them. So he created a fluorescent collar with his friends, and he created another a startup sort of a thing, and which attracted Ratan Tata. And Ratan Tata invited him to come and explain to him what he did. That's how he began. So being observant. So how can young people contribute to social change? This young boy is another example. Read about him and he's done some TED talks also. Listen to his TED talks, and he's doing nothing but this. And another story which I read about his TED talk yesterday was how he created a group called Goodfellows, where you give time for the elderly young who are alone, elderly alone. So how he spent time with a couple who were pretty lonely by themselves during COVID time, and yet he created a group called Goodfellows, which is also supported by Ratan Tata. So social change, and he will tell you, he says, become aware of the tingles you get. Tingles means observe what is causing you a heartache, what is causing your pain in the heart, or feeling for somebody, and that is your startup. That's your solutions. That's your problem where you're looking for a solution. So read him about it. Read about him. He is your age group. He's nearing your age group. You will become his age group. So get inspired by that. And Rukmit, your questions are: what are the strengths that a student has to develop to succeed in life? Rukmit? Where is Rukmit?
His internet, some concern.
Okay. So these are the questions. Haina, would you like to do a summing up? Because we crossed the time.
The children, I like to first say a prayer for Mr. Tata. May his soul rest in peace, and he has truly, truly united with Zarathustra Baba. Ma bless him, Ma bless his soul. Children, he has lived up to the philosophy of Zoroastrianism. Good words, good thoughts, good deeds. It's very simple, and he's led a very simple life. And what I find most beautiful about him is that his going feels very personal. It feels like a personal loss. But he's not gone anywhere. He's not gone anywhere. And that's what I just quickly want to mention. That your energy speaks very, very loudly. Your aura and your vibrations and who you truly are speaks the loudest. It remains with you. Who you truly are, not who you show you are. Who you truly are stays in the heart. And that's how Sir is going to stay in our heart. He is purity and simplicity. and he has good words, good thoughts, good deeds. Ma bless him.
Thank you, children. I hope you had a good session. Any takeaways, Sarup?
Rukwit is not with us. In fact, he'd written about Sir. I wish he was here.
Sarup, any takeaway?
Ma'am, it was a good session, and I'm very pleased to be selected in this session as I got guidance from you both.
But you all have a potential to be very good, very great. I see that potential writ large on the face of all children, all of you, all four of you. Sirja, what's your takeaway? What's the message you take?
It was a splendid session, and my takeaway is that we should always never stop learning, and we should always keep updating ourselves, and also we should learn more about the world out of our textbooks. So that's my main.
Good, good. Sandhya? Sandhya? What's your takeaway?
My takeaway is I just learned more things today, and I just want to learn more every day, and I will do it.
Hungry to learn. Excellent. Kushi, your takeaway?
Ma'am, I'm very happy to be accepted into this session, and I learned to be, like rightly said by you, to be absorbent and learn about many other things.
Good.
We should all
Rukwit?
practice this.
Yeah, thank you. Rukwit, you're learning?
Yes, let Rukwit say something.
Ma'am, sorry, ma'am, I had a pocket, so I had to leave. Yes, ma'am. A man of vision, humility, and unmatched generosity. Ratan Tata teaches us that success is not just about wealth, but about purpose. He inherited an empire but chose to build a legacy of compassion. His companies don't just aim for profits, they aim for people's betterment. The Tata Trust, under the leadership of Ratan Tata, dedicates 66% of their wealth to philanthropy. As corporate social responsibility, every company has to just donate 2% of their wealth. Ratan Tata dedicates 66% of his wealth to philanthropy. He reminds me that true greatness lies in not what you own, but in what you give. His life teaches us that power to change the world comes from using success as a platform to lift others. So let's strive, succeed with purpose, to lead with integrity, and like Ratan Tata, leave a legacy that benefits humanity. And as future change makers and future leaders, let's all impact this world with a positive change and make philanthropy a part of us. Philanthropy, as I said, philanthropy is not just about donating money. It's about giving your time. It's about giving your skills. It's about giving your resources which you have to the needy. As students, we are good at our studies because our parents are financially good. To the students who are the students who are needy, we can provide them with our knowledge and education. As Indian talent Olympiad toppers, we can help them with maths, physics, and chemistry and help them score in their education. Thank you, ma'am.
Well done. Anybody else wants to say anything? Kushi, you had your say?
No, ma'am, nothing extra, but this session was enjoyable and learning.
Okay, Madhu, thank you so much. The Olympiad is driving the change. I'm very happy and congratulations for having been ahead of your time, Madhu and Jagdish.
Yeah, thank
So,
I would
Jagdish
like
and you.
to appreciate
Yes, sir.
and request every student of India to generate that philanthropism of Ratan Tata in us. We should do help at our small levels. It would be make a big change. As
That's
Ratan
right.
Tata said, to make a big difference.
Correct. When a little less than half of the country is all youth.
Yes,
If
ma'am. Small
all
steps
youth
can make big
become
difference.
champions, all youth become champions of giving, champions in giving, and responsible giving, it'll make all the difference, whether in environment, management, or otherwise. So thank you all. Saina, thank you for your contributions. And thank you, Saroop, Srija, Sandhya, Rukvid, Kushi, and Madhumita, and Jagdish for joining us.
जी, thank you. जी, ये धन्यवाद.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for it.
God bless you. Till we meet again.